YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts and Watts. Today we talking about the Seth Rollins injury. Now, they haven't fully disclosed what's going on with the injury. They haven't fully disclosed whether it's an MCL tear, an ACL tear, but what we do know is that knee that he blew out is the same knee he blew out last year, and it's also the same knee that he blew out over 10 years ago when he had the initial ACL injury. Some people are saying he's going to be out for 5 to 7 months. Some people are saying he's going to be out for almost the entire year. I think they're just trying to figure out the entire synopsis before they fully go out. But I do wish Seth Rollins a speedy recovery. We've been talking about how the faction is garbage and the fact that the faction has no chemistry. Some will say that we didn't give it enough time to grow, and then there's other people that's saying, yo, like y'all making Paul Heyman look crazy. Everybody in the faction looks like afterthoughts. What I will say is that it was an impressive showing from Braun Breaker in that gauntlet match, and then he ultimately got pinned by CM Punk. We know that, but he looked really strong. So there's one or two ways they could go with this situation because Seth Rollins getting injured is not good, and I'm wishing him a speedy recovery, but it's low-key a blessing in disguise because this give people enough time to forget that Seth Rollins even won the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he could fuck around and come back on a surprise return and cash in and win the title. So if you ask me, I'm thinking that there's only two possible people that it would make sense to cash in on. Now, it would either be one, Braun Breaker, or two, CM Punk. So it will be a full circle moment either way. I'm thinking more so CM Punk. I think CM Punk wins the title at SummerSlam because he won the gauntlet match, and he will probably go on to face Gunther and beat Gunther at SummerSlam. Or we might just get hit from left field and Gunther wins, and then we get Braun Breaker versus Gunther down the line, and then Braun Breaker takes that title off of Gunther, and then Seth Rollins in a swerve turns on the entire squad, goes out and goes into business for himself and cashes in. Either way, these are good concepts. These are great concepts because we won't see it coming. You know, sometimes time away is the best medicine. A lot of people, me not so much, but there's a lot of people that's, oh, I'm tired of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins can't carry the company. If you ask me, Seth Rollins is the modern day Chris Jericho. You can really plug that man anywhere, pause. You can throw him in the mid-card scene and he can win the IC United States title and bring prestige to that title, or you could throw him in the main event, give him the world title, and it all makes sense. You could throw him in the tag team division. Anywhere you put Seth Rollins, he'll make the most of it, and he'll make the product look good. So I'm not really worried about his place in this entire ordeal at all. But being out for 6 to 10 months, being out for almost a year, that's a great idea to make the Money in the Bank make sense. Because Paul Heyman's still carrying it, and I don't see them doing a competition to see who gets the briefcase because Seth Rollins still has a whole year to cash in by Money in the Bank rules. So if he has an ACL tear or if he has a serious knee injury like that, that's going to take about a year to nurse. Either way, if it's anything more than a year, more than likely what they're going to do is it's just going to get vacated. Maybe a Braun Breaker gets it. Maybe a CM Punk gets it. If you want to really build a superstar, Braun Breaker will probably get it. Cash in on a Gunther or something like that. Maybe cause a division between him and Bronson Reed. There's so many ways that they can go about this to make this make sense because injuries happen in WWE, and it's super unfortunate when they do. But next man up. It always opens the door for so many other storylines to occur. I thought LA Knight was going to get his opportunity. They just threw LA Knight into the 5-man gauntlet match. I'm thinking he about to run the gauntlet and win the whole thing. But Then I realized Triple H hates LA Knight, and that's never going to happen. He's not going to be no more than an enhancement talent to the stars. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of LA Knight. I'm not, to me, aside from his ability to speak, he's nothing special in the ring. But there's a lot of guys that's not really that great in the ring that has won the world title. If it's crazy and asinine for anybody to believe or think that Jey Uso deserves the world title more than the LA Knight. So either way, you can't really go wrong. I thought they was gonna do more, but it is what it is. He'll probably be on. I'm thinking, all right, yo, he's on Raw now, fresh face, this and that. But this injury Seth Rollins has had to go through or got hit with, this could be a blessing in disguise for a lot of other superstars that are waiting for their opportunity to win something or waiting for their opportunity to get more shine, to get more camera time and stuff like that. That's just my idea. Seth Rollins, he gives it 10 months, gives it a good amount of time away. Even if it's not a big injury that's going to take about a year to nurse, you still got enough time to put him on a shelf and make people forget about him so when people least expect it, he can just come in and cash in. Huh? You know what I'm saying? There's always a bright side to every dark side. So, keep that in mind, YouTube. But yo, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for 800 subs. Thank you for rocking with me. I'm out here, man. I told y'all I got y'all covered and I'm working. I appreciate y'all again. If you are a frequent watcher of this and you're not subscribed yet and you're not liking, please like and subscribe. Please and thank you, but more thank you than please, because we can't be out here begging. But yo, listen, I'm out. Peace.